Welcome to KIN 777A, Issues in Kinesiology. My name is Jim Ave, and in this presentation I'm going to provide a brief overview of our class. Let's start our time together by me reading this verse from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6 from the New International Version. This is also found on the top of your syllabus. I try to have Bible verses on all my syllabus. This is written by King Solomon. He wrote, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." I hope these words of truth will help you during the difficult times, the good times, and all times as you lean in and trust God to help you with your life. So let's talk about how to be successful in this class. I want everybody to know that you can be successful in this class. First thing I want you to know and know how to be successful is your number one thing should be want to learn the material. I remember when I was a graduate student and I was very grade driven. I wanted to get good grades, and so I talked to one of my professors about that, and she told me, "Jim, focus on the learning, and if you learn the material, the grades will follow." And that made a lot of sense to me, and I want to encourage you with that too. Do your best to learn the material. Spend the time reading the assignment material in the syllabus. So I have a syllabus. It's pretty detailed. I try to put a lot of information in there in the syllabus on assignments, provided information in Moodle to help you understand what I expect. So read it. If you're not too sure what to do, ask questions. I'm here to help. I'm here to clarify. I'm here to guide you, provide you feedback, all those type of things. But if you're not sure, ask the question. I have a Q&A forum in the Moodle class. Post your questions there, and I'll get back to you quickly, usually within 24 hours, unless it's on the weekends. Weekends, I usually don't log into class all that often, so may need to be a little bit proactive on your time and ask your questions early so I can make sure that I can help you through the process. And that leads me to our third point, how to be successful, is time management. When you're in an accelerated graduate program like you are, you have to set time in your schedule that you are doing classwork. That can be, I recommend every single day, a little bit every single day. Don't wait till weekends to do it. You will not be successful if you wait till the weekends to do all the work in this course. So that means plan ahead, know what you got going for that week, so you can start working on the assignments, start reading whatever you have to read, watch whatever you have to watch, write what you have to write, research what you have to research, so you have a plan. In an online programs, you have to be really good at time management skills. Again, if you're not sure, ask questions. I think the students that don't ask questions can struggle at times, so I really recommend that you ask me for help. That's what I'm here for. That's true of all faculty members. So what are we going to talk about in our class? If you look through the syllabus, we've got a bunch of, it's pretty long and too long in my opinion, but that's required by the university. So one topic we're going to talk about is leadership. Specifically, where we'll talk about leadership is in an assignment called a self-leadership application assignment. You can read, I'm not going to go into details in all these different assignments, but you'll write a paper about this, and we'll have a forum discussion about the self-leadership book. You'll read a text and how does this material apply to you. I really like the self-leadership in a 1-minute manager book. I think it's very practical. So you'll address that. We'll also talk about educational change. We'll watch a video. Then we'll have a forum discussion around educational change. Since we work in the educational world, how can we fix it? How can we modify it and make it better? We're going to spend a lot of time on the strengths perspective. You'll see that we have several weeks where you'll be doing rough drafts of your strengths evaluation assignment. So the strengths perspective in some respects is also leadership, but it's a lot of professional development. It's a whole philosophy of life on how we should focus on the things that we do well and manage around the things that we are not so good at. I have fully bought into the strengths perspective, and so we're going to spend quite a bit of time in this class addressing the strengths perspective. Since class is called Issues in Kinesiology, we're going to talk about current kinesiology issues where we'll debate. Each one of you will write a paper or do an audio presentation on a specific kinesiology issue, and then we'll have a debate about it. Usually a fun time during the time that we do these debates, and I hope we can continue to have good, solid debates about current kinesiology issues. We also had weekly devotionals. In this class, I use Francis Chan's Crazy Love videos. You'll watch a couple videos, about 10 minutes each or so, and we'll have forum post and a threaded discussion around the devotionals. Notice that the due dates for these devotionals are Fridays. That's when the initial post is, and then you have to respond to your fellow students by Sunday. So a little bit earlier than some of my other assignments. Some course requirements just to let you know about my attitude about things. Submit your assignments on time. You'll see if you submit assignment late, that's 25% grade reduction. I think we're all professionals here. We're all adults. I don't think I have any children in this class. And so let's treat each other as adults. If you got something going on in your life, you get sick, somebody in your household gets sick, and you're unable to get the assignment due on time, let me know. The thing that really does frustrate me is you've been sick since Thursday. I don't hear anything from you until Saturday at 10 o'clock or Sunday at 10 o'clock at night. Okay, what have you been doing for the last 3 or 4 days? Just treat each other as adults. Let me know what's going on. I'm here to help you. I understand life gets busy. It gets busy for me too. So let's just communicate with one another. Send me an email, send me a text if something's going on. Now, if it becomes a habitual problem, that's a different issue. But we all got stuff that happens. Just let me know what's going on. Again, as I said earlier, I have tried to provide you a lot of details in the syllabus about assignments and forums and threaded discussion, all those fun things. Follow those directions that I have in there. Again, if you're not sure, ask questions about what I expect. Formatting matters, as I say there, at least to me it does. I've provided an APA formatted template for you to follow with the written assignments, and in a forum I have formatting expectations. If you're going to do audio presentations for the issue debate assignment, I have expectations there. Again, it may not matter to you, but it does matter to me. So with the forums, we will be doing quite a bit of forum work this time in class. As always, forums are considered class time, just like we're in a face-to-face. We would have group discussions or in-class discussions. I do expect you to support what you write with references. If it's a personal question, like a lot of stuff that's going to happen in the devotionals, you're not going to cite references for that. But For some assignments, you are expected to support what you write with references, but let's treat each other with respect, especially when we're talking about the devotionals, because it can be very personal matters there. We can agree to disagree with one another and still do it with respect. But also with other assignments when we're doing the forum or threaded discussions, I do expect you to post your initial response, and I have given specific links for that, full paragraph or a page, whatever. But when you respond back to your fellow student, I do also expect you to read when somebody responds back to your initial post, the person who's being responded to, should read what they've said to you and respond back to them. What I'm talking about here is you should have a thread going. You should be having a conversation in the forum about the topic. What I see with a lot of students is you post something, you respond back to somebody, but you never go back and respond back to them. There's not a dialogue going on, and I want a dialogue in our forums. Okay, so that's an expectation for me, is that we have a continuing dialogue in our forums. Other thing is we'll communicate with you. Usually I'll use the course announcement form, which will send you an email when I post something there. So check your email. That will go to your FPU email. If you do not check that FPU email, please forward your FPU email. I have a video in the Moodle, whatever orientation class, whatever it's called, on how to forward your FPU email. You are expected to check your email pretty regularly. I assume everybody does. But that's how I'll communicate with the class as a whole. How I'll communicate with each student is the feedback in written papers. When you turn in an assignment as an assignment in the assignment link, I'll give you feedback in the Word document with comments, or sometimes I'll write in red. In the forums, I don't do a lot of general or specific feedback to each student. I give more general feedback as a class as a whole. But please read my feedback, and especially with the strengths perspective assignments, there are rough drafts, so I will give you feedback on how you can improve the rough drafts, so when your final paper is turned in, it's really good and you do really well on that assignment. As I said earlier, and I have said a few times, ask questions if you're not sure. I have in the syllabus my email address. I have my cell phone. I give time limitations. I do text. If you call me on my cell, I typically will not answer if I don't know the phone number. So leave me a voicemail. Tell me who you are, that you're a student in class, and I'll probably call you right back unless I'm in the middle of doing something. I have 3 small kids, so I get busy with my children. I'm really good, typically, like I said, Monday through Thursday with email. Fridays, I watch my kids, and Saturdays and Sundays, who knows what I'm doing, pretty busy. But I'm here to help. Ask your questions, post your questions in the Q&A forum. Why I use the Q&A forum is probably because other students in the class have the exact same question, so I don't answer 20 emails asking the same question. But I am here to help. I look forward to our time together. This class is typically really fun, and I look forward to exploring all these different topics together.